Hey there, have you ever daydreamed about winning the lottery? Come on, don't be shy, we all have at some point in our lives. It's that little glimmer of hope that one day we'll strike it rich and live our best lives. Some of us might even try our luck with sports betting, casinos, or just buying a lottery ticket. But let's be real, most of us will never hit that jackpot. However, there are a lucky few who have stumbled upon great fortunes without even trying. And in this video, we're going to take a look at 6 of the most amazing discoveries that made people rich overnight. Trust me, each one is more unbelievable than the last. So, grab some popcorn and let's dive into the world of instant riches. Welcome to our channel and make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell for more. Let's get started. The third Imperial Easter egg, USA. Hey there! Let me tell you a story about the Romanov family, the last monarchs in Russian history. Unfortunately, they were wiped out during the Russian Revolution. The new government took over and decided to confiscate and sell a whole bunch of fancy golden eggs decorated with jewels made by a dude named Peter Karl Faberge. Talk about a bummer, right? The Russian Revolution wasn't all bad though. It eventually led to the rise of communism. But let's get back to those Faberge eggs. These things are incredibly valuable not only because they were made with super expensive materials and intricate designs, but also because they're the only surviving artifacts from a royal family and way of life that no longer exists in modern-day Russia. You'd think it would be easy to find and identify these famous eggs, but 8 imperial eggs made for members of the Russian royal family are still missing today. Why? Because Stalin secretly sold them to Western private buyers. What a sneaky guy! Anyway, one day a dude from the Midwest stumbled upon the third imperial Easter egg at a jumble sale. He decided to spend a whopping $14,000 on it, but not because he was an art or Russian history buff. Nope, he wanted to melt it down and make some cash off the gold and gems. The guy soon realized he might have made a mistake when he found out he paid more for the egg than it was worth. Yikes! But he didn't give up hope. He typed egg and Vacheron Constantin, the words etched around the clock, into Google and found a British newspaper article. And guess what? The egg he thought was worthless was actually worth over $33 million. Cha-ching! The anonymous man probably did a happy dance when he sold it to a private collector in 2014 for an undisclosed sum. Who knew that buying an egg could be so lucrative? Tanzanite stones, Tanzania? Did you know that Tanzania is the only place on Earth where you can find Tanzanite? And it's not just any old mineral, it's the gem's namesake and it's super rare, which makes it pretty pricey. But for those who can find it, it's a gold mine or in this case, a Tanzanite mine. Speaking of which, meet Sanini Olaizer. He's the luckiest guy in Tanzania when it comes to Tanzanite. Not only did he find the 2 heaviest specimens of the mineral ever discovered in the country, but he sold them to the Tanzanian government for a whopping $3.4 million. And just when you thought it couldn't get any better, he found another massive gemstone weighing 14 pounds that's estimated to be worth $2 million. But here's the funny part, instead of retiring and living the high life, Olaizer wants to use his fortune to give back to his community. And it's not a small community, mind you, he's got 30 kids to take care of. He plans to build a school and a medical facility to help out those living in his underdeveloped neighborhood. So not only is he lucky, but he's also a pretty cool guy. Who knew Tanzanite could do so much good? The Royal One, Black Opal, Australia. Now let me tell you about a miner called Bobby. Back in 1999, he made the bold move to sell all his mining gear and call it quits after more than 2 decades in the opal game. But before he said goodbye to that chapter of his life, he struck gold, or should I say, struck opal, when he found the Royal One in Lightning Ridge, a tiny mining village in New South Wales, Australia. He spent months polishing and perfecting the gem, which weighed in at a whopping 306 carats and had excellent quality. Now, you'd think that Bobby would be eager to sell this baby and cash in, right? Nope. For some strange reason, he kept it hidden away under his bed or even wore it in a kangaroo hide pouch around his neck. Maybe he just liked the feeling of being weighed down by millions of dollars, who knows? Anyway, after 14 years of keeping the Royal One all to himself, Bobby finally decided to put it up for auction in Santa Fe, New Mexico. And guess how much he got for it? A cool $3 million. Not too shabby for a man who just wanted to retire and live the easy life. Hoxne Hoard, UK. Did you hear the one about the farmer who lost his hammer and found a fortune? Yeah, in Suffolk, England back in November 1992, this guy misplaced his trusty tool while working his fields. But he wasn't about to give up and buy a new one. He enlisted the help of his buddy Eric Laws and his trusty metal detector. So Eric starts scouring the land for the lost hammer, and before you know it, he gets a hit. But it's not the hammer he finds, oh no. It's a treasure trove of gold and silver coins, now known as the Hoxne Hoard. Eric calls in the authorities and some archaeologists, and they start digging up the entire area to get it all the loot. When they finally got it all out and started going through it in the lab, they realized just how big of a discovery this was. Eric had found over 60 pounds, that's 27 kilograms of gold and silver, including more than 15,000 Roman coins from back in the day when they were occupying Great Britain. And get this, Eric ended up getting about $2.5 million in compensation from the British government for his amazing find. But he didn't hog all the riches for himself, he shared it with the farmer whose missing hammer had started the whole search in the first place. Now that's what I call a good friend. The Hand of Faith Gold Nugget, Australia. Picture this, Kevin Hillier, his wife, and their family were on the hunt for a job in their trusty van along the Australian coastline. Kevin had been doing odd jobs to make ends meet after doctors advised him to take it easy due to a back injury. But, you know what they say, when life gives you lemons, take up metal detecting. And that's exactly what Kevin did to speed up his recovery. One day, while out with his metal detector, Kevin's wife sent up a prayer to the heavens, hoping they would strike it rich. And, get this, Kevin even had a dream about finding a gold nugget buried deep in the ground. But let's face it, finding gold isn't easy, and they were still struggling. That is until September 1980, when Kevin hit the jackpot. Just outside his village of Wedderburn, Victoria, he stumbled upon a mammoth gold nugget that was so huge, it wouldn't budge from the ground. But Kevin was a determined guy, and after hours of digging, he finally freed the 27.6 kilograms, 61-pound, nugget from its earthly shackles. He sold his bounty to the Gold Nugget Casino in Las Vegas a few months later for over $1 million. Talk about a dream come true. And get this, the nugget is still on display, proudly sitting as the largest gold nugget in the world for all to see. Whale Vomit, Australia. Did you know that there's something out there that's worth more than gold? It's called ambergris, but you probably know it better as whale vomit. Yes, you heard me right, whale vomit. Over the years, this stuff develops on the ocean's surface and floats because it's less dense than water. The sun's UV rays and salt water eventually harden it, and it washes up on shore. This rare and valuable substance is used in the perfume industry to make fragrances last longer, and it's known as floating gold because it's so valuable. In fact, it sells for around $20 per gram. One day, a lucky couple named Leon Wright and his wife were strolling along an Australian beach when they came across a strange-looking lump that weighed 14.75 kilograms. At first, they thought it was something else, but after doing some research online, they realized they had stumbled upon a gold mine. Well, not literally gold, but ambergris, which is just as valuable. This fatty deposit is made from bile in sperm whales' internal organs and is created when they eject bile as a digestive aid. As it floats on the water's surface, it solidifies into a dark slate-gray pebble with pale veins inside, and it has a unique and pleasant scent. This dried whale vomit may not sound appealing, but it's highly sought after by the perfume and pharmaceutical industries. And that one chunk of ambergris that Leon and his wife found? It was worth a whopping $63,000. Who knew that a pile of puke could be worth so much? From forgotten treasures buried beneath the soil to whale vomit found on the beach, these stories show that life can be full of surprises. With a bit of luck and a keen eye, everyday people have stumbled upon hidden riches and changed their lives in an instant. Who knows what other treasures might still be out there, waiting to be discovered? These incredible stories remind us that the world is full of unexpected opportunities and that fortune can favor the bold. So, keep your eyes peeled and your metal detectors ready, you never know what riches may be waiting just around the corner. Remember to like our video and subscribe to our channel for more interesting facts. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next video.